The bipedal species are considered to most ugly amongst the galaxy. That was until humans joined the confederation and obsessed with all the bipedal species, saying they are beautiful. You are the only bipedal girl in the intergalactic school, being bullied until a group of humans arrives. "Hey, 2 legs!" Annika kept her head down, sure that Drake was picking on her again, until she heard a voice reply, "Hey, Ben, I think that 6-legged chicken is talking to you." Her head snapped up in the direction the voice had come from and saw a female and male from the nearly hairless primate species of the newly allied planet, Earth. Drake puffed up as he stood, clearly offended at the tone, since the creature he was compared to was one she hadn't heard of and doubted he had either. "The name's Drake. 2 legs. Don't forget it. Get your gross bodies over there with the other 2-legger." The female looked at him silently and intensely, until she saw Drake becoming a bit uncomfortable under her gaze. Finally, Ben sighed. "Gina, what are you doing?" "Trying to calculate the amount of buttermilk and flour I'd need to turn him into a crispy chicken sandwich," she said sincerely. Annika watched him roll his eyes and take her hand to lead her away. "You know, eating meat isn't allowed in school. You should watch your mouth, 2-legger, if you know what's good for you." Drake was puffed up to his fullest now. Gina turned back and smiled sweetly. "Chickens can sometimes get out of line back on my home world, too. We break their necks before we pluck them and gut them for dinner." Annika hid her smile as she watched Drake's feathers instantly collapse in startled shock before puffing up again. And thus, the war between Gina and Drake began. Annika watched mostly from the sidelines the first couple of weeks, until she was paired with and befriended Gina in galactic history. Then she welcomed the opportunity to hear the exploits of her new pale friend that she hadn't personally gotten to witness. Drake would make a scathing comment about her lack of feathers. Gina would describe in detail the process of dipping a chicken in boiling water to loosen the feathers for plucking. He'd called Gina hairless, and she'd comment on how bad hair tastes, so it was better to skin their animals before butchering them. He'd tease her for not having scales. She'd gladly tell him about the process of descaling and filleting a fish. As Christmas break approached, Annika realized that Drake and his friends hadn't even spoken to her in weeks. "Do you humans eat everything?" Annika giggled as Gina carefully wove the vines that grew from her head and arms into braids, while she listened to Gina tell of her latest exploits, describing the human tradition of stuffing plant matter into the empty, gutted cavity of a poultry corpse before cooking and mutilating it. Gina smiled back. "If it's on Earth, chances are a human has tried to eat it," she admitted with amusement. "Do you have creatures there like me? Do they taste good?" Annika asked with morbid curiosity. Gina looked thoughtfully over Annika before saying, "We have things that look kind of like you, but they're not creatures, they're plants. We call them trees. We don't eat them, though." Gina motioned towards her bedside table. Annika saw a strange, distorted version of her species there in the background, in a picture of a younger Gina with other humans. "Oh, they look so odd!" Annika exclaimed, picking up the frame to view it closer. "They're called weeping willows. Your vines remind me of their branches, though your leaves look more like the petals of flowers on Japanese cherry trees." Annika said wistfully, "You should come with me one day. I think you'd really enjoy seeing the petals falling. It's one of the most beautiful things in the galaxy." Annika patted her friend sympathetically. "Are you feeling homesick?" Gina grinned. "A little. But you remind me of home. You remind me of beautiful flower festivals and springtime when all the plants are in bloom. And then I don't feel so homesick." Annika smiled that night in her bed. It was the first time since leaving her homeworld to attend the academy that someone had called her beautiful. She held the compliment close to her heart and felt thankful to her friend for bestowing it upon her.